Hi y'all. Hi guys. How's it going? Um, this is very Halloweeny strobe lights. Hey Capricorn, you ready for your reading? Uh. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. That's really distracting. I have a black light. I'm trying to work with that. See, that's where it was, but this looks so cool, but it's too dark. Let's see. Well, I guess we'll have to keep it where it was. All right, let's get into it here. Hopefully the camera, there we go, focus. So I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this, day or night. And if you celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween. Okay, so this is going to be a general reading for Earth sign Capricorn for October 28th through November 9th. And it is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, friends, family, health, etc. What else? Yes, you are more than just your sun sign, okay? So if you haven't already got a free birth chart online to figure out your own other placements, sorry, let me turn that down. Some music for the dogs. And there'd be commercials sometimes. I always encourage everyone to find out their other placements. So in different times of your life, you may resonate more with your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. And then, of course, it's always cool to get into your north node and your south node as far as what you're supposed to be here doing with your life, your career path. So maybe I'll do a video on that one day, talking about what that means. But anyway, yeah, this is also a timeless reading. So for some people, it could resonate, 6 months in the past, 6 months in the future, days, weeks, hours, minutes, years, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you. I'm going to leave, maybe I'll do one on, one off. Let's see. I'm gonna go with it. No, it looks dumb. I don't know. Whatever. I'm distracting myself with all this Halloween stuff. But yeah, so Capricorn, like I was saying real quickly, before we get into your reading, I have pulled all of your cards here for you. And we have a couple just astrology notes we'll like to touch on briefly before we get into your reading. But what I was saying as far as just checking out your other placements, because you may resonate more with a different aspect of your chart than you're not normally used to, okay? So always keep that in mind too. So if this video, for instance, doesn't resonate, you could watch another video and it might resonate. But yeah, I also wanted to say that if our people are new, welcome, right? And also, if you're coming back, welcome back as well. I do take one photo at the end of all the cards and I put it up on my Facebook in case you want to look at it later if you're not watching the live and you want to look at it while you watch or listen or just see it closer up in detail. All you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there. So yeah, let's get into your reading, Capricorn. You have a really good reading here. Just want to say heads up. And you do have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you have 3 major arcanas. So not like, I think it was Taurus, maybe, I can't remember now, had like 6 major arcanas in the reading. So the more major arcanas that you have, it represents more changes happening, okay? So this time period for this reading that we're talking about, there could be some changes up ahead, right? But we'll get into that in just a moment. So now let's go over a couple of brief astrology notes for this time period, and this is general. All right, so as most people already know, we're already in Scorpio season, right, as of October 23rd. And then a couple of days ago, on October 28th, we had the last quarter moon in Cancer, I believe. All right, and then yesterday on October 30th, we had the big Mars enters into water sign Scorpio phase. Okay, so could deal with, for some people, the lower vibrational levels of Mars, so the god of war, right? Fighting, frustrations, anger, okay? And then the higher vibration of Mars would be leadership, creativity, and wherewithal. Okay, but when it's entering into Scorpio, there could be more themes around endings, new beginnings, secrets, creative energy. Okay, so if you want to look more into it, of course, you could always Google Mars entering into Scorpio. What does it mean for Capricorn? If I'm a sun sign Capricorn, a moon sign Capricorn. All right, so let's move forward here. And then on November 4th, you have a new moon in Scorpio. So new moons are good for doing manifestations and magic and goal settings because it's the smallest moon as it's growing to the full moon. But of course, like I always mention, you can do your magic and manifestations at any time. The intention is the most important. All right, excuse me. And then on November 5th, we have Venus enters into Capricorn, your sign. So this could be a really key day for you. You might want to write down November 5th, Capricorn, because, Venus deals with love and assets and big wealth. But when it enters into your sign, there could be more themes about responsibility, hardworking energy, getting serious about something, nose to the grindstone kind of thing. Okay. So, it depends also too, like when I talk about in the beginning, what your placements are, you could be a sun sign Capricorn, right? But your Venus is in Aries, for instance. Okay. So that's your love language. What your Venus is in is your love language. So, like I said, it might be a particular day for you there. But maybe not. It all depends. It's relative and it's a general reading. Okay. And then moving forward on the same day, on November 5th, Mercury, which rules communications and electronics, just to name a few, enters also into water sign Scorpio. So there could be communication, electronics issues, not necessarily issues, but themes. I wanted to say themes around endings, new beginnings, creativity, secrets coming out, that kind of thing. So all the Scorpio energy that's generalized, it could bring something up there. All right, and then the last astrology note is Athena Pallas, which is an asteroid, not a planet, went direct. I'm sorry, it's going to be direct, but it went retrograde in July of this year. Okay, so now it's going direct on November 8th. And it deals Athena, when you think of Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, right? So it deals with issues of wisdom, talents in the arts, artisans, defense, intuition, and justice. Okay. So these things can be stronger now. And one particular kind of series of questions you can ask as far as the wisdom with Athena goes, who is wise and who says so, and what does that mean? And why do I trust them or believe them, right? So if you think of back in the Greek times with Plato and all of the different philosophers, right? One group of philosophers would have a following over here and then over there. And so it's kind of like questioning things as far as, what we kind of value in terms of wisdom. Okay, so it's a good question to think about at all times, but maybe even around this date too. All right, and the last thing is on November 8th too, with the Athena Pallas going direct. We think of Athena in terms of defense. Sometimes if you just Google Athena, you'll see her with a shield or a sword, right? And so we think of the outside defenses as far as fighting to protect the outside of our body, but we also have our inner defense, right? So a particular note could be for some people that our immune systems, okay, that kind of defense is going to get stronger now. So that always sounds good to me anyway. Hopefully you're like, yeah, I'm going to be strong on the inside and the outside. So anyway, those are your astrology notes for this time. So let's go ahead and get into your reading here, Capricorn. And it got super quiet. Hold on, let me just have a little bit of music here. Okay. Hopefully that's not too loud. All right, Capricorn. So we're going to start off with your first main 6 cards in the center and then kind of work outwards and talk about your tarot confirmation cards and also what's on the top and the bottom of each deck here. And then at the very end, we will do your oracle cards. All right. Okay, so this first row here is energy starting around October 28th but it can be a little bit before, a little bit after. That's louder than I wanted, sorry. And then we're going to go through right where we kind of are now on Halloween the 31st for a couple more hours anyway, and into the beginning of November, right? And going through that week up until about November 9th here in the second row, okay? All right, so let's see here, Capricorn. We're going to call out your cards and then we'll go in order here. You have 8 of Swords in the reverse position, King of Swords in the reverse position, the Death card right side up, the Empress right side up, 2 of Swords in reverse, and 4 of Sacred Circles right side up, also known as 4 of Pentacles, okay? So yeah, a lot of clearing is like the first card I feel for you here, Capricorn. Okay, the 8 of Swords in the reverse position. So letting go of anxiety, worry, overthinking here. This is how you want to see this card. This is in a really good position here, Capricorn. And this could be your energy from the recent past. And what is recent, you have to ask yourself that, right? It could be a couple of days ago, hours, minutes, weeks, months, years, okay? But this is how you want to see the card. Because when it's right side up, you see this Japanese woman here, and she's looking off into the distance, kind of stressed out, right? She's like fanning herself and she's like, oh my God, I have all this stuff I need to think about. Okay, but here you're letting that go, or someone else is letting that go, or the general environment situation is starting to ease up and let that go. And so that's good. That's how you want to see that card. All right. Now, my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of your Llewellyn deck, along with your first card here. Okay. So when we talk about what's on the top and the bottom, this is past energy that could be influencing why this card has come out, okay, or also just your reading in general, right? So what we have here is the Queen of Cups in reverse on the top of your deck, and then on the bottom, you have the Fool in the right side of position here. Okay, so this is saying, Capricorn, in the recent past, you yourself could have had a hard time balancing your emotions, and you were trying to draw on support around you, but for whatever reason, you could have felt like this stagnant energy and had a hard time having things grow and move forward, right? But then here, when you have the Fool card coming to save the day in the right side up position, it's like, yes, I want to make that leap of faith. I want to risk something, have faith in the future, the divine, my angels, guardian angels, ancestors, whatever you want to call it, right? So you see this guy jumping from one side of the river to the next, okay? And he's got just his little satchel bag on his back, but there's also a dog with him. So this represents some type of loyalty here. So there could have been, Capricorn, in the recent past, you yourself were about to make some type of leap of faith, risk something, right? Look foolish to others, but not care, even look foolish to yourself, okay? But you do have people around you that are loyal to you during this change in the past that you were starting to make, or someone else was starting to make in some way, okay? And this is kind of what paved way for you to start off with the 8 of Swords in the reverse position. So very nice here, Capricorn. And I think my Venus is in Capricorn. I think so. Anyway, it's not about me, it's about you guys. But there is a little bit of a blockage here, Capricorn, in your next card. And it's the only one in your reading. Some people have 2, 3, 4, 5. Some people have 6 blockages. You know, it all just depends. Okay, so I wouldn't freak out too much here. But it's interesting because this King of Swords in reverse, right, comes right after your 8 of Swords in reverse. It's like, so part of you is letting go all this anxiety, worry, overthinking, and being too much up in your head. And then something might have triggered you, or did trigger you already if it didn't happen yet, or it did happen yet, or it already happened is what I was trying to say. Okay. And so it brings up these emotions, right? When you look at this card right side up, this Japanese man is like a giant, and he's towering over this, it doesn't even look like an island is there anymore, but there's supposed to be this Japanese island, right? And so all you see is the water and his emotions, and he's wielding the sword, and he has mental clarity. But when it's reversed, like it was for you, it's like You were clearing away all these old cobwebs and past things here, Capricorn, and perhaps maybe you cleared away too much. You even cleared away the positive things from your mind because you were really just trying to start a fresh place here. It will be different, of course, for everybody. It could just be you cleared all this stuff and then something in the universe made you slow down and kind of brought up some stagnant energy here. But we'll get into right now why this is here, okay, before we move forward. But again, you still have some really good cards. All right. So this is where Spirit wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top. Oops, my rock is hitting me there. Or I hit the rock. So Spirit wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of your other deck here. This is the Ancestral Paths Tarot, right? The one in the main six that we use, okay? And so again, this is past energy. So on the top of the deck, you have the Nine of Sacred Circles in the reverse position. And on the bottom, you have Queen of Sacred Circles in the reverse position. So this is basically saying here, Capricorn, for some of you guys, the reason why this blockage or stagnant energy came up right after you cleared all this stuff, right, is because there could have been a lack of focus or skill or determination, that thing that just helps you focus on something. Because normally when this card is right side up, right, you have the falcon over this grandmother, Native American spiritual woman, right? And the falcon represents the skill, determination, and the focus. Because sometimes you see the falcon with the glasses and they take his glasses off and it's almost like he has tunnel vision. He goes on that mission of whatever she, the bird, is supposed to do, right? And so because it's in reverse for you, though, it could be that there was something you were supposed to focus on in the past, or the other person was supposed to focus on something in the past or general environment situation, and it didn't happen, or there was a blockage there, right? But then you also have the Queen of Sacred Circles in reverse. And so there was a lack of nurturing energy to help you, okay? And you really feel that with these, they're both grandmother spirits. I mean, if grandmother figures, if you look at the cards, right, if you're not listening but you're watching, okay, but they're both in the reverse position. So it's like in the past here, Capricorn, there was some type of communication, right? Because she's burning sage or she's burning smoke, right? She doesn't have a peace pipe per se, but you still have smoke, which represents communication. So in the past, there could have been a communication that wasn't clear, all right? It didn't have a focus to it, a theme to it. It might have been all over the place. It possibly could have been a communication that you gave or someone gave to you, or just a communication from the universe, right? But it lacked this nurturing energy. It lacked support, right? Not only is it nurturing energy because they're grandmother figures, right? I mean, not everyone's grandmother is nurturing. I've heard some stories, right? But I'm saying that this caring energy that you expect to have and the support system around it wasn't there, okay? But like I said, this is only a temporary kind of blockage here for you, Capricorn, because literally the next card you have, your third card, is the Death card in the right side up position. Okay, this is not a card to be afraid of. This is a beautiful card. It's like releasing the old to make room for the new, spring cleaning, right? Like, oh, I haven't worn these clothes in 3 years. I'm going to throw them away. And then you have room for new stuff, right? Sorry, let me turn that down. Okay. So this is beautiful. And this is Scorpio energy. Oh, that's right. Let me call out the signs that we have here. So we have Libra energy, Capricorn, in your reading. We have Scorpio kind of twice. And then we have Gemini. Yeah. So Libra, Scorpio, Gemini. So it could be that for some of you guys, you're dealing with a Libra, Scorpio, or Gemini, or you have a lot of that in your chart that's, heavy predominantly in your chart, or the other person that you're dealing with, or people do, or the general environment situation, or nothing at all. Okay, so I just like to mention it. But back to your Death card. So you see this little kid kind of playing with a skull, and it's not like an easy image to look at, right? And in the background, it's almost like the Grim Reaper kind of figure waiting on the boat to take the souls to the land of the dead. You have an owl in the background, wisdom, right? We were talking about wisdom earlier with the Scorpio stuff. And so you are, or the person you're dealing with, general environment situation, is getting rid of, again, a lot of stuff, clearing. And it doesn't mean that it's easy, right? But it's really needed at this time. And this could have started, even a couple of months ago, and now is starting to manifest in its full height, perhaps, for some of you guys. Your fourth card, the Empress. Beautiful. All right, in the right side up position. So you've planted these seeds that you want for your future, however you imagine that, right? And you utilizing your emotions in a positive way. You're embracing the feminine energy that we all have inside of us, masculine and feminine. Okay, so you are ready to start, and this is your Libra energy, right? You're ready to start moving in this forward direction for momentum, positive energy. And then your fifth card is another card that says, I'm ready, right? Because it's the Two of Swords in reverse. So you yourself here, Capricorn, have made a decision, or the other person has, or now it's just time to take action for some of you, not everybody, right? Because when this card is right side up, you see this Japanese woman crossing two swords over her chest, right? You just see the back of her here. But she is trying to integrate her heart chakra along with her intellect, the swords. That's what the swords represent in the tarot. So when it's in reverse, it could be that you've already done that and now you're ready to move forward, or the other person already did that. I really feel like that for the majority of you, but for a small few, there could be some that still can't make it work, or it's on hold, or there's some kind of stagnant energy here. But for the majority of you, I feel like you made some kind of decision, you integrated those chakras, and you're ready to move forward. All right. And then another beautiful card, which definitely has it has earth energy in it to me. It doesn't necessarily mean it's Capricorn energy, right? It could be Taurus energy. But it's beautiful. It's slowly moving forward. Abundance, Four of Sacred Circles in the right side up position here. Okay, so you see this Native American man, he's smoking something, right? We don't know exactly what it is, but the smoke represents communication. So you, towards the end of this first 2 weeks of November, could be really working on your communication, learning something, moving forward, slowly stacking your abundance, right? And what is abundance? It isn't just money, it's whatever you want to manifest in your life. But this is a really nice card to end your reading with here in the main six. It's very nice, Capricorn. All right, so with that being said, let's get into your tarot confirmation cards. And normally you have 3, but this time you had 4. So Spirit wanted me to take it, so I did. So let's go ahead and call them out. We have 5 of Pentacles in the right side up position, Ace of Pentacles right side up, 8 of Swords right side up, Page of Cups right side up. So I also, a note when I was meditating on your reading earlier, Capricorn, is that you, I think, have 5 Pentacles cards in this reading. So Pentacles represent normally money, right? But we already said it could be abundance in general. What do you want in your life? To start a business, to take care of my family, to move, to this, to that, to help others, whatever it is, right? It's like a theme in your reading here because of all the Pentacles. Some are reversed, some are right side up, but I just wanted to briefly mention that before I forgot. Okay. Hold on a second. I just got really quiet. The dogs are sleeping right now, so we want to keep it that way. Okay. All right. So your first 2 confirmation cards here are generally past energy, and then the third and fourth card is more, it's a combination of past and future, but it's more future energy, okay? So in the recent past here, Capricorn, somebody was left out in the cold, okay? It's a metaphor, not really, hopefully. And this kind of made you feel, or made them feel, a general environment situation like they were the only person they could rely on was themselves, right? So it kind of made you, really strong in certain aspects, or maybe the other person really strong in certain aspects. But there is hurt here, there is feelings hurt, or reputation, can bring up even a little bit of like ego stuff here, okay? Because it's sometimes hard for people to ask for help, right? And you see these two people out in the cold. I forgot to describe it, right? These two people out in the cold, and it's snowing, and the only place they can go to get warm is the church. And one is handicapped with crutches, and they're just like freezing out there, okay? But when this energy of the Five of Pentacles upright comes in and confirms the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Empress right side up, this is actually what helped you or the other person, Capricorn, pave the way to let go of a lot of past worry, staying up too much in your head, staying up late at night, overthinking, anxiety, or even depression for some. Okay, it helped you let go of that. And then it also reminded you how fucking strong you are. I mean, sorry to curse, but whatever. Like you are an empress, okay? Whether you're a man or a woman or however you identify, right? You're a badass. The empress is the Libra energy. She is the businesswoman of the tarot, right? She's the CEO, okay? She gets things done. No bullshit kind of energy. And she's pregnant. She's planting seeds for the future, okay? So this is really nice, Capricorn. We're just kind of briefly talking about what we already mentioned, but confirming it from another deck. Okay, so your second confirmation card is the Ace of Pentacles in the right side up position. All right, so this is really nice energy. This is springtime energy. This is abundance, right? You see this hand of the divine coming out of the sky holding this huge pentacle. All right, and so this is all about birth and forward momentum, positive energy. Also, anytime you see aces in the deck, right, that's just like really good luck. But yeah, when this energy comes in for you, and this is past energy, right, but it could still be lingering around. It kind of influenced how your King of Swords in reverse came out and your Two of Swords in reverse. So both of your swords in reverse here, right? So there could have been some type of, also the Ace of Pentacles is like a gift card, right? Like somebody could have given you some type of gift. It could have been small gift, medium gift, large, extra large gift, whatever. Or it was a skill or trade that the universe gave to you and said, this is my gift to you to help you be more abundant, right? And just like a well-rounded person in general, okay? But this paved the way too for looking at your emotions and saying, okay, how is this serving me or not serving me? How is this keeping me still and not moving forward? How can I control it and make it more focused, like we talked about before? So then I can step out and make a decision with the Two of Swords in reverse with my heart chakra and my intellect at the same time, okay? And that's right, you have an extra confirmation card. Instead of 3, you have 4 this time. All right. So the first one here, Capricorn, and this is more future current energies, is the Eight of Swords in the right side up position. All right. So I just realized that's your repeating card. I didn't even see that before. Wow. So you start off with the Eight of Swords in reverse in the beginning of your reading, right? Letting all that shit go. And then towards the end, it kind of comes back a little bit. Maybe it's not the same stuff that you're stressing out about, but it could be just a similar feeling of being trapped and overwhelmed with something, okay? But yes, anytime you see a repeating card in a reading, it's a really like it's like an explanation point from the universe being like, pay attention to this particular card, right? Because normally most decks have 1 in 70, can't even talk anymore, sorry guys. 1 in 72 chances that the card's going to come out twice because each deck normally has 72 cards, okay? So just wanted to show you them, side by side to see how the different artists depict the same kind of energy here, right? But one was reversed and one's right side up. So it really came out like this for you, all right? But moving forward, this Eight of Swords in the right side up position at the end of your reading here is confirming the Death card and the Four of Sacred Circles. Ah, you know what it is, Capricorn? It could be for some of you guys that you reach this point towards, mid-November, let's say, or the first or second week of November, where you've been dealing with so much stress and so much anxiety, worry, overthinking or just feeling trapped, right? Bound, stuck. You're stuck. There's a stagnant energy that then all of a sudden something comes in as a catalyst, right? Because that Eight of Swords in the right side up position is also confirming the Death card in the right side up position, right? And then the Four of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. So it's like you finally kind of break free of that energy and you're saying, you know what, enough of this shit. I'm going to clear out all that old stuff and make room for the new. I'm going to have some type of change come into my life, whether it's a big change or a small change, it's going to be for the better, right? So you cannot be stuck anymore. And then here you have working on that communication, making it clear to the universe what you want and your priorities, right? You have Four of Pentacles. You don't have necessarily 10, right? 10 is completion number in the tarot, but you're working on it. You're slowly moving forward. This is for momentum, positive energy, learning new things, right? Talking to people, working on your own communication. So this is really beautiful here, Capricorn. And then your last confirmation card, the Page of Cups. This is like the beginning, and it's so similar to the Four of Sacred Circles energy, where it's like, I've started from the bottom, and then I'm going to go to the top, right? This is a Page card, not a Knight or a King, but it's a small offer. It's a communication, okay? It's slowly like, I'm going to embrace my emotions in a positive way. You see this young guy standing on a stone in between all this ocean water splashing around. And then he's offering his cup, and he's got two fishes coming out of the cup, okay? Or maybe it's just one and it's just like how they drew it. I don't know. But we'll just say it's two fishes, okay? It doesn't matter how many fishes, though. So this is a type of communication that could be happening for you, Capricorn, more towards the middle of November, where somebody comes in and gives you something small and says, okay, I have this for you, or vice versa, right? You give a small communication to someone else, or the universe comes in and says, here's an opportunity for you, a small opportunity, just here's a little start. You still have to work hard. We know you're a Capricorn. We know you're going to work hard. But this is a beautiful new beginnings energy, right? When we were talking about in the astrology in the beginning of the reading, when we were talking about, November 5th is a key day for you, right? Venus enters into Capricorn. Mercury enters into Scorpio on the same day. So that's that new beginnings, right? Secrets coming out, creativity, okay? Leadership roles. And also, I forgot to mention on November 5th, 6th, I think we're officially out of the Mercury retrograde post-shadow, okay? So that could definitely be a big day or two of like relief in certain ways, okay? But I really feel like this is a beautiful new beginning here for you, Capricorn. It's a small start, but it's a start, right? You got to start somewhere. And I think it's going to be good, right? Okay, so real quick before you go, because I know we're running late, or not running late, but we're getting there. Let's talk about your oracle cards. Okay, a little more lighter, fun energy, right? So your first oracle card here, Capricorn, is the platypus, okay? And it's really cute. Look at the platypus. All right, so it says, stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Okay, that's good advice for everybody, right? To focus on the blessings, right? The more you talk about all the things that have gone wrong for you in the past, you're almost telling the universe you want more of that in the future, right? And so, words are spells, right? Let me get the bugs. Hermes. Clear. All right, that's enough. Words are spells, right? Whatever comes out of your mouth, whatever comes out of your mouth is a manifestation. So just be um, so excuse me, just be aware of that. Hold on, guys. Okay. Oh my god, I had really spicy Indian food earlier. Sorry, guys. Okay. One more thing about the platypus, right? You can also look it up, do a Google search of like power spiritual animal platypus, and it will give you more symbolism and information, and maybe how you can incorporate this platypus energy into your life during this time to help you with all these changes or even after, right? I love looking at the animal stuff. All right, and then your second oracle card here, Capricorn, is the soulmate card, and this is your sorry, let's back up. This is your love oracle message, okay? So whether you're watching for romantic love or self-love or platonic love with friends or family, okay, this is your love oracle message. It says soulmate, and it says, yes, this is your soulmate. The camera will focus there, okay? You see this loving couple in the center. So obviously, if you're looking for romantic reasons, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? It's just confirming maybe what you already know. And then if you're looking at self-love, right, you are your own soulmate, okay? And then if it's friends and family, platonic love, they're also your soulmates. There's different kinds of soulmates. Yes, right on the bell there. So your friends and family are also your soulmates, okay? So really nice, sweet message there. And then your last oracle message here, Capricorn, is the winged wise ones. And there's this black woman here looking like an angel and standing on this pillar. And there's some kind of bird flying around her. Doesn't look like an owl, but anyway, let me show you the card. So this is talking about divine intervention here, Capricorn, coming in for you. It says angelic help and miraculous aid. Okay. So this is just reminding you that, again, the thoughts that you have about the positive thoughts that you have about your future, say them out loud, write them down, however you do it, right? But people are listening, not only human beings, but your spiritual team, your ancestors, your guides, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so you do have helpers that are here to help you during this time period. All right, Capricorn. So that is your reading. Sorry, I went over a little late there, but usually it's for some type of reason. So anyway, thank you guys so much for your likes, for your views, for your shares. And yeah, always feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you want to, or privately if this resonated for you. And yeah, I hope you guys take care, and see you later. I might come back with another reading tonight, but I'm not sure. I know I still have Aquarius and Pisces coming up. So anyway, always feel free to join me in the other videos if you want to, but you don't have to. So anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you later. All right. Bye.